Hi everyone! Today I am making a card for a fun fold swap that I am taking part in, and I think this little bird's eye view stamp is adorable and I just love him. I thought it might be fun to use for graduation just because of the little books, and you know, glasses are supposed to make you appear smarter, I don't know. But it's just a cute little all-purpose stamp set, so I wanted to use this little guy today, and I'm going to pair it with Charming Sentiments, and I like this one because it's just got something for everything, and I'm going to use this little woohoo. I kind of like it because it's got a who, like a little bird, or I don't know, that's more of an owl, but I don't know. Woohoo is kind of cute for graduation, and then congratulations I'll use on the inside. So that'll be my outside and my inside. So I just really like this Charming Sentiments stamp set. I'm going to warn you that I have a roof repair going on right now, and I kept putting off doing my video, but I think they've kind of quieted down, but you know, you never know. As soon as I start, we'll see what happens. So here's the card we're going to make, and this is something I saw by Lisa Curacao. She used a different stamp set. I think she used a bunny, and I thought it's cute. I don't know what she called it. I'm going to call it an interlocking fold, maybe interlocking fold, something like that, but it's really cute and easy to make. So let's get started. Oh, you know what, I'm going to tell you what I used to cut these little squares out, and I cut them out already because I was, like I said, I was doing this for a swap, so I cut a bunch of kits for myself so I could just go, and I want to show you how I did it. So to cut out my square, I laid my designer series paper on top of my card base. This is crushed curry, and this is a standard size 8.5 by 11 cut in half and scored at 4 1/4. So it's 5.5 by 4 1/4. And I used these Stylish Shapes dies, and that has a whole bunch of sizes of squares and a whole bunch of sizes of circles and these cute little banners. So I used this one and this one, and what I did is I cut through them at the same time. And you know, sometimes with the stitching you don't want to cut through 2 layers at the same time, but I felt okay about it because the stitching is going to show up primarily on this designer series paper, which is going to get the most. So it might be a little fainter in here. You can kind of see that it's a little fainter. You can still see it actually, but I knew that this was going to cover it, so I wasn't too worried about losing some of my detail. So I cut those out at the same time, and that way I knew that my openings lined up exactly where I wanted them to line up. Okay, and then I cut another piece with basic white in, I went down a size, so then I've got a layering piece. And now this designer series paper piece I don't need, so you're going to have to use it for something else. It's super cute. I should say that this paper is from the Delightfully Eclectic designer series paper, which is retiring next month, and it's going to be on sale. And you know what, I'm just going to tell you what it's going to be on sale for, because it's pretty awesome. Let me see if I can find it. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it was pretty inexpensive. That's a big 48 pack of paper, and I use it a lot. You can look through some of my things and you'll see it. It's going to be $15, 50% off for the Delightfully Eclectic paper. And you can see it's eclectic. You've got a wide range. I'm using this little dot here. But I've used these florals. The graphic black and whites are really fun. There's just a wide range of stripes and hearts and florals. It's just a really fun little paper. So I really like that, and that is going to be on sale starting next month, which is just a few days away. I think it actually starts April 9th and not on the 1st of April. Let me see if I have it written somewhere. No, I don't. Okay, anyway, that'll be up on my blog and my Facebook page. I don't think Bird's Eye View is going to be on sale, but let me double check. I wrote in my catalog everything that's going to be on sale, so I want to double check before I go too further. Nope, he's staying. Bird's Eye View will be on sale. Hey Chuck is going. And then let's look at Charming Sentiments. Charming Sentiments, page 18. I think he's staying also. page 18 is staying. So those are some things that are not going to be on sale, but a lot will be retiring, and they don't put everything on sale. For example, the Beautiful Balloons is retiring, but it's not going to be marked down, and that's because they believe that it is don't have a lot left and they'll sell them. So sometimes they'll put something on sale because they have a lot left over. So anyway, there is going to be a lot on sale, but there is a lot that's just retiring. Like this guy's going to be 20% off. Anyway, I'll have it all, the whole list will be up at my blog, so you can download the list or you can shop online and you'll see what's on sale, what's retiring. If you go to the store right now, actually, the things that are retiring have a little tiny, you'll look at the bottom of the item description, it'll say retiring soon, but the sale prices don't go into effect until April 9th. And like I said, not everything's going to be marked down. Some of it, if they feel they have a handle on the supply, they will not be marking them down. But some things will. You can always call me, or not call me. Don't call me. Email me and ask me what if something you got your eye on is going to be on sale. I'll let you know. Okay, here is my card front. That's enough of that, right? Let's get making this card. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this down because then I don't have pieces floating around my desk, because my desk is always a mess. And lately I've been using my liquid glue. I just really think it's easy. I can move things around, as you see I'm doing. So I'm just going to kind of run my fingers and make sure that I've got it lined up. You can also turn it over and see if you've got it lined up. Okay. There we go. And then other pieces I use, you want to maintain this. This is the part that we cut out, so we do want to keep that. Other pieces I have, so I told you about this guy. Now when I cut for my cards, you know, I cut for multiple cards. So this was a 12 by 12 sheet, and I was able to cut 6 of these card fronts out of it, but that leaves me with like a strip that's about, oh, I forget how big it is, but I think it's about 1.5 inches big left over, because it's 6 by 6, so that's 12, and I only use 5.5. I'm getting into too much math, but anyway, I have these strips left over, and I hate to just keep them or throw them away, so I always put them on the inside of my cards. It kind of brings the inside or the outside in. So I'm going to hang on to this, and that'll go on the inside. And then I also need, for my inside, a piece of just basic white, and that's where I'm going to put that congratulations. And then there's that whole buckle piece. So that is this piece here, and this is a piece, let me see, I forget what I scored it at. Okay, it's 4 1/4, and then I scored just that little quarter, so then the part that's here is just 4. Okay, like that. All right, so those are my pieces. I also have this cute little guy, and this is a little optional thing, this little die, but he's so cute. It comes, I want to show it to you. It's a little tiny die set called Happy Little Things. It's in the online exclusives, so it's not in a catalog, it's online, and it's just an adorable, and it makes these 2 little banner things, die cuts with the little stitching, and I thought it was cute. It's just kind of a way to anchor my sentiment on the front of my card. So let's do the stamping and get that out of the way. I want to show you this bird's eye view stamp set because it's adorable. So I told you that there was those little books, and it's a stack of books, but on the front of my card I only want to use 1 book because I want it to be tall enough for my little birdie. So I'm going to grab my marker, and this is basic black, and I'm going to use that to ink up just the top book. So I'm going to use the brush tip of this marker, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now this is a Stampin' Write marker, not a blends. The blends are those permanent, like alcohol-based markers. This one is not, so that way I feel like I can draw it directly on my stamp. It's not going to permanently die, although my stamp is now red from some other project, but it still stamps beautifully. I'm just going to ink up that top book and stamp it right down, and it kind of does not fit perfectly, but that's okay, because the main focus is that cute little bird. Okay, so I've got my one book. Now on the inside though, I'm gonna put the whole entire stack. So I wanted to do that first one first. If you had already done the full one, you just wanna make sure you clean it really good before you stamp or you'll get all the books. All right, so I'm gonna stamp the whole stack, just kind of down here at the bottom. Such a cute little stack of books. And then on that little stack of books, I'm gonna put one of the cute little birds. And I thought I had him already on a block, and now I don't see him. He has flown away. Oh, here he is. All right, so I'm just gonna have him standing on the stack of books. Isn't he cute? All right, now watch how cuter he gets, how much cuter he gets when I add these glasses. So these are the glasses. And I'm just going to, look how cute with those glasses. Adorable, right? And then on a scrap piece of paper, I'm gonna do another bird. There's a couple more birds in the set too. And there's even a little monocle, so like you can, there's a couple different glasses. So here I use the kind of like pointy cat eye glasses. Here I'm gonna use the round glasses. So cute. And then there's a monocle too, which reminds me of Mr. Peanut. So anyway, and there's a few birds. There's 5 birds. Super cute. They're all fun to color. They're fun to color with all the different techniques, and I've made a lot of bird cards. But today I wanted to use my watercolor pencils. I've been using my watercolor pencils a lot more recently. Sometimes the Stampin' Blends, I do stamp camps a lot, and my Stampin' Blends get a little chewed up from multiple different people using them, and anyway, or they get left open between handing them from one person to the other, so I tend to go through them. And I decided that I wanted to bring out these pencils. They're so fun and they're easy, and I just enjoy them, so I thought, you know, I'm going to use them more and more. So to color these little guys, I wanted to bring in the colors from my card. So this is crushed curry, so I've got my crushed curry pencil. And here's how I'm going to do them. I'm going to lightly, so very light pressure, I'm going to color the bird behind the glasses, but then when I go outside of the glasses, I just want to kind of have a different color behind the glasses. I just really want these glasses to stand out. They're so cute. So I went light pressure behind the glasses. And then I'm going to go full pressure and make it darker. Isn't he cute? All right, so then his tummy, I just kind of want to go somewhere in between because I want to add some detail with those little scallopy feather markings. And I'm gonna grab, this one is Cajun Craze, and I'm gonna kind of go over those little feathers. And then we're gonna use a blending pen, blender pen, in a second to kind of smooth all this out. That's not necessary, it's just a fun little thing. And these are actually, Stampin' Up! Pencils are actually watercolor colored pencils, which means you can activate them even more with water. And again, it's not necessary, you can do it, it's like a fun version. You can do so many different things with these pencils, which is why I really think they're fun. So same thing with my wings. I'm gonna go light where the glasses are, hardly any on that side, but then I'm gonna kind of go deeper. Once I'm past the glasses. And these birds can be colored so many ways. I'm going to do the other bird in a similar fashion, but when I blend his tummy out, I'm going to do that one on fast forward just so you don't have to watch the same coloring technique. But when I do his tummy, I will slow it back down again so you can see how I transition the two colors. It'll be really fun. Okay, so there is my bird. And now I'm going to grab my blender pen, which is right here. Now the fun thing about these pens is they're clear and you get them in a 3-pack. You kind of really just need the one and then just keep the others nice and sealed up, and then, you know, in a couple of years maybe get them out because these things last forever. But you're just going to use it. So here I'm going to just make sure that I cleared it before I go ahead. And you're going to just use it to kind of blend out your colors. Like maybe you have some harsh lines that you want to blend out. Now I'm going to see if I can lightly blend out. I kind of went a little heavy right there on his eye. I'm just going to kind of highlight the side. See how it kind of blended out his side a little bit. And then I'm going to clear it because I don't want to get any, I'm trying to keep it light behind there, and I'm afraid that if I do too much that it'll darken. Okay, so now I'm going to go in this area, and I'm just going to kind of, it's just kind of pushing that pencil, that color pigment around and smoothing it out. So if you, when you were coloring, you had a bunch of lines, it'll smooth out those lines a little bit. And it kind of brightens up the color. So then let's do his tummy. And I'm avoiding that Cajun craze that I added until the end because I don't want to smear it into the crushed curry. You can always add it in later. Okay, so now I'm gonna kind of smooth over that Cajun craze. There we go. And now let's do the same thing on the wings. Just smoothing them out. And I like to clean it right away when I'm done, just so I don't forget. All right, and then I meant to do his beak in pumpkin pie. Okay, so he is adorable, right? And then I'm gonna let it sit aside, and I'm gonna do this guy the same way. When it's done, I might go back over, actually let's just do, and add some darker Cajun craze on some of these lines. Okay, now let's do this guy. So I'm going to do this one in the same kind of fashion. I will fast forward. Okay, getting out my blender pen again. I am going to just kind of smooth out this crushed curry. I'm not going to bring it down yet into this Cajun craze. Because what this does is it kind of just pushes that pigment around on the top of the paper. And it's just not as harsh as using water, so it's kind of like an in-between. Okay, so I've got all my crushed curry. Now I can go in and I can do this Cajun craze. Now see how I went darker here on the side? If I was to start there and go into the stomach area, I would lose those two colors. So I'm gonna start in the light, because it, like I said, it pushes the ink, the pigment, it's not ink, pigment, some kind of pigment, I don't know what it is, around. I'm blending those together. Nice little transition. And then I'm gonna go to the dark, just because had I started that way, like I said, I would have lost the dark. And kind of having a dark edge like that kind of just rounds the little guy out. So again, I'm gonna start on the lighter area of this wing, and then I'm gonna go towards the edges where it's darker. And that way I don't lose my darks and lights. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, there's the cute little bird, and he's so fun to color. You can make bright, colorful birds. I don't know why I'm going all brown today. All right, now for my books, I want to bring in, this is Blueberry Bushel. And the watercolor pencils, the blue is just called blue. And I think that's because they don't want to say it's necessarily, you know, what blue it is. So they just call it blue, and that's okay. I lost my single book. Where'd it go? There it is. All right, so I want to bring in this blue. So I'm going to color the book. Oops. I also am bringing in the gray just to kind of give some texture to these pages, just so they don't look unfinished. And then I'm going to kind of give them a little shadow under the books, just to ground them a little bit. There. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to blend them out. So I'm going to start with my lighter color and just kind of smooth out my lines there. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the blue. All right, so it tidied up my pencils, and I kind of intentionally was sloppy in coloring this blue book because I knew that I would blend it out with my blender pen, and I wanted you to see that. So I'm going to clean that off, and I'm done with the blender pen. Okay, so now let's put this card together. Now, these do not have dies, they're just stamps, but they're so cute, and it's not that hard to cut. So I'm going to cut this on fast forward. Okay, isn't he cute? Now, he is just going to go right on there, and I'm going to go ahead and stick him down. I like to just stick things down because I lose things. So I'm just going to go ahead. There. And then this goes directly on top of this. Okay. All right, now how this works, I want to flag this end, and I will show you how I did it. This is the hexagon punch, and I just stuck it right in here, tried to make sure that it was even, and punched that out, and that gets me that flagged end. I really enjoy using punches for that sort of thing. Now that punch is adorable, and it's fantastic. It's great for so many things, and it's on back order. It's maddening because I have a few people waiting on that one, but it's so cute. It just sold out like crazy, and it is carrying into the next catalog, so don't worry, you can get it. It's coming soon. I looked at the inventory thing. I think it's coming in the next week or two. Well, I think it's 2 weeks actually, but it's coming, and I'm keeping my eye on it for my two customers who are waiting on it. Okay, so how we want this to work is that this little flap is going to go under here. Okay, but we want to make sure that it's centered, so I'm going to use that liquid glue. Like I said, that liquid glue is nice because it gives me a moment. I'm just going to stick it like that, and I'm going to flip this over and just kind of see where it's at. And I want to make sure that that stripe is kind of even, and it is. All right, so then I can go ahead and stick it down. So I just wanted to make sure it was in the middle of that square. And then I can glue the entire thing down. This time though, feed it through. There we go. I guess I didn't get it quite in the middle, did I? All right. And now this is just gonna go right there. So you are going to take your liquid glue, add it here, and stick this down. There. Oops, make sure it's nicely lined up within your circle, and then, or your square. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put my woohoo. Now I already stamped my woohoo because I was making a bunch of these and I got carried away. So I actually have one half done over here. So I'm gonna put my woohoo. And I'm going to use my dimensionals. I like using these little edges for things. And this is perfect for that. Oh, you know what? I forgot the congratulations. So I'm going to try and squish that in there without making it. That'll be tricky. I'm going to make sure that I don't smear that. Okay, I think these were my last two swap cards. Yeah, so here's that congratulations on the inside, which I completely forgot on my one I just did. So let's see if I can do it without messing up. You might see a catastrophe in action. Yay. Okay, swap cards are done. How about that? Okay, so is this the one we just made? No. Isn't he cute? I hope you like him. And be sure to check back in April 9th, I believe, for that list of sale items, because there will be some good ones. And like I said, this paper, it's a 48-pack sheet. Currently $30, will be on sale for $15 because it's going to be half off, and I think it'll go fast. I really like it. And then as far as stamps go, there'll be some stuff. You can check now to see what is retiring, and if any of those items that are retiring soon are on your wish list, you might want to grab them, because retiring items do sell faster. And especially, I don't know if you remember, but in colors change every 2 years. So currently, our current in colors, these guys, are retiring, and we're going to get 5 new ones. So these are all going to be going away. I don't think they're going to be discounted because ink sells really well. And but if you bought some already, you might want to get a refill. So you can get a ink refill if you want to get the marker pack, things like that. So anyway, I don't want you to be disappointed that your favorite, I know a lot of people liked the Tahitian Tide. So grab a refill while you can, and feel free to contact me with any questions. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.